I've partnered with HelloFresh to bring you our official empty house tour of our new home. The doorbell doesn't work. We're about to do some renovation, so excuse some faultiness. But welcome to our new house in the desert. We are out in the high desert in Yucca Valley, which is right next door to Joshua Tree. This is our little cabin in the sky. We actually haven't named her yet, so let me know in the comments what you think we should name her. She is a ranch style home, I guess you would say. The reason why we bought this property was because of how many acres. We got several acres of land, and we are sitting atop of this hill that overlooks one of the most beautiful views I've seen in the desert by far. So I wanted to give you a little house tour to show you kind of the before of this home, because we are about to jump into renovations here in the next few months. I'm bittersweet about our current situation because currently it is a habitable, livable, functioning Airbnb. Actually, the person who sold it to us was renting this place before we got here, so it's not in horrible condition if you don't look too closely at the details. So we're going to kind of gut this place and turn it into something very different, very spectacular. Right when you walk in, this is the living room space. It's kind of a living, dining, kitchen, almost shared space, except for this weird wall right here. I actually think, based on the tile on the floor, that this wall used to be a hallway that they just opened up because it felt too small. But I don't really know why they left this weird L-shaped wall here. And I'm not a huge fan of tearing down walls and making a house one big room, but I think in this particular case, we are gonna try and tear down this wall. You'll notice that there are these two windows. They face the west view of the house. I wanna make this entire wall a giant window or sliders because I want you guys to see this view when you're sitting on the couch. By the way, I'm going to be selling all of the furniture here in a yard sale, so if you're in the high desert and you wanna come by and buy any of this stuff, let me know in the comments. Another thing that I love about this place is this old vintage style fireplace. We're going to try and relocate it because right now it's kind of in the center of the room, but it's slightly off-centered. It will drive me crazy trying to center a couch when it's impossible to center it. Coming into the kitchen or the dining space, it is very small, but we're gonna try and get a table and chairs that fits the space that will seat 6 people, because we're going to eventually want to have 6 people be able to stay in this house. I'm gonna get rid of this light fixture and add something else that maybe is a little more chic. I do like this, but I think for the vision that we have for this space, this is probably gonna go. So let's mosey on to the kitchen. The kitchen is very small, it's very dated. I am going to attempt to refinish these doors versus trying to replace kitchen cabinets, because kitchen cabinets are gonna probably cost us maybe between 6 to 10 grand in here, which we don't wanna spend on cabinets when I think these are in decent shape. I am gonna remove all of these cabinets here and just have a floating hood here versus what we have here, because right now it just blocks the view. And we're gonna replace this countertop with a waterfall marble edged countertop. I'm gonna rip this cabinet out, by the way, and put floating shelves here so that you can kind of like have pretty dishware displayed. You don't have to live here all the time, so it doesn't have to be functional, it has to look good. I don't know if you can turn around here, but you'll see that this is the other side of that L-shaped wall. We're gonna get rid of all of this. So I think you'll be able to see the entire view, the living room, and I think it's just gonna feel a lot more conversational. Also, there's like the tiniest pantry you've ever seen that comes with this house. I guess we're gonna keep that. I don't know if we have an option. Another thing I forgot to mention is the floor. The flooring in this house is like a patchwork quilt. Every room is different. It's really ugly tile. It's just old and busted up and needs to be replaced. So we're gonna do cement floors throughout the house. Another question I wanted to ask you guys, because Matt and I are torn on this. These walls and ceilings have this, they call it clementine, orange peel. Same thing, they're like the same fruit, essentially, right? Matt hates it, and I don't mind it very much. Like, I think with a paint of coat, and a coat of paint, I think it will look okay, but I might try to smooth these walls out as a DIY project. But what would you do if you were me? Now we're in the hallway. When you turn into this part of the hallway, there's a laundry room, and it's pretty big and spacious. If we can manage it in our budget, is to take our laundry and put it in the garage. So I open up this whole space inside and maybe create something like a wet bar or coffee bar type of area. My other idea is to extend the bathroom, which is on the other side of the wall, but my contractor said it was gonna cost me just like a lot of money to do that. So we're still trying to figure out what we wanna do with this space, or I might just leave it, but I don't know, what would you do? I feel like having laundry in the garage is a pretty totally normal thing, and I'd love to be able to add something special to the space, especially since you guys might just be visiting and wanting to have a good time. And I think a bar with some crushed ice or LaCroix on tap or something cool would make this place more fun, right? Right here is, I guess, bathroom number one. It's very small in here. Both bathrooms are kind of small, so we're gonna have to get really creative with how we do our vanity situation. All of the toilets in this house are little tiny toilets. You gotta almost sit on the ground. Matt, the toilet comes to here on Matt. So we have to get toilets for normal sized humans. We're gonna get rid of everything in here. We're getting rid of the shower. We're gonna put new windows, new lighting fixtures, just everything, just everything. Like, what is this door handle right here? This doorknob is so strange, and it doesn't match any of the other doorknobs in the house. So right here is a random closet that doesn't have a door, it doesn't have shelves. I think what we're gonna end up doing is putting a door and making this, there's something on the walls. I don't even want to ask questions, honestly. It's white and crusty. I'm gonna put a door here and then some shelves and make this the owner's closet where Matt and I can store our...
It's white and crusty.
Right now, this is their current owner's closet, which they have their linens and random supplies and stuff. It's actually pretty decent size. Okay, I want to take you to the first bedroom. It's fitting a queen size bed right now, but we're gonna try and put a king size bed in here just because when we're on vacation, like, I want a king size bed, even if there's not as much room in the room. We're gonna get rid of these ceiling fans. We're gonna add light fixtures, probably some sconces here. We are obviously gonna paint, redo the floor, redo all the furniture, just everything pretty much is gonna be redone, except these mirrors. Like, I love full-length mirrors in a vacation spot, but they're kind of dated and I'm not really sure if everybody's gonna love the aesthetic. There's a part of me that's like, leave them, save the $700 or $800 and give the people a full-length mirror to look at their outfit. You know what I mean? Something that is not being remodeled in the desert house is my continued obsession and love for HelloFresh. We take HelloFresh with us, even out here in the desert. I love it, I'm obsessed with it. You guys know I've worked with them many times on my channel, and that is because not only is it convenient, but their recipes are crazy delicious. They're chef curated and so simple. So HelloFresh is offering you, my subscribers, a great deal. If you go to HelloFresh.com and use code AaronRobinson16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. That is HelloFresh.com. Use code AaronRobinson16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Whether you're a novice at cooking or if you're actually really good at cooking, it doesn't matter. HelloFresh offers a ton of different recipes to choose from, so you can kind of break out of your recipe rut. They have recipes for every type of eater, whether it's low-cal, carb-smart, vegetarian, or pescatarian. They also source fresh produce for their recipes directly from local farmers, which is one of my favorite parts about working with HelloFresh is I get to support local farmers. And all of the ingredients, they come pre-measured and pre-portioned, which cuts down prep time for you and also is less wasted food. Fun fact, HelloFresh's carbon footprint is 25% lower than that of meals made from store-bought groceries. Another cool feature is that the packaging that HelloFresh uses to ship your food is almost entirely made from recyclable and or already recycled materials. HelloFresh also makes a really great gift. I've gifted it to my mother-in-law for Mother's Day, and she and my father-in-law got together and made several amazing new meals from HelloFresh. Do yourself and your family a favor, try HelloFresh out. You will not regret it. Now back to the house tour. This is what we would consider the main bedroom, even though it actually is just only a little bit bigger than the other bedroom. Again, also fits a queen. We're gonna try and fit a king in here if possible. Same stuff we're gonna do in the other bedroom, we're gonna do in here. And I am still in that same predicament with the sliding glass doors. At least these have like the gold trim, so these look a little bit more like trendy and stylish. There's a lot of stuff in this house decor-wise that I thought was really cute. I might salvage some of this stuff and try and use it. But what's great about this bedroom is that there is a bathroom attached to it. It's just as bad and as ugly as the other bathroom, but at least there is a private ensuite bathroom. Again, same thing with this bathroom. It is, y'all, it is bad in there. It's dark, it's tight, it's small. The toilet's basically a hole in the floor. The shower's so small. We're gonna do a walk-in shower in there. Everything's going, everything. I'm just gutting the whole thing. I just told the contractor I don't want to see anything in this room ever again. She's going to the Beverly Hills Plastic Surgery Center and she's gonna come out a new woman on my dime. I'm just looking at Mindy right now. Look at him, he's like nestled in his little, be gentle, don't wake him up. He's just resting up to terrorize us later. Welcome to the Dungeon of Jaundice. It's very yellow in here. I would love to make this hallway, it's like essentially a hallway that goes out to the garage. I would like to make this hallway a little business center nook where I could build a desk. I've never built a desk. I've never really built anything except a gingerbread house. I'm not really sure if I can pull it off, but I'd like to build a desk here where you could come and do some work from home stuff in this room, build out some shelves, and just make this kind of like a place you could come and shut the door and do your work while your kids run amok. This room leads to the garage. Right now it is, oh, sorry, we had to work on that door. It just shuts on you. And the only way you can keep it open is with a coat hanger. This is some St. Paul's, North Carolina mess right here. Like, this is some stuff my grandpa would have done to his barn. Welcome to the garage. It is not a finished place, but we envision this place with sheetrock or drywall if you're from the West Coast. And we'd love to do some sort of ping pong table, workout section in here so that you can come here and stay and actually get your workout on. This is where we're also going to end up putting the laundry, hopefully, maybe if we have budget for that. We have our car charging right now. We have an electric vehicle. We're gonna be installing an electric vehicle charger. I just think this place just needs a little bit of love. There's not much to it, and I don't wanna make this like a super luxurious place. It's still gonna be a garage after all, but I want it to be a place that feels a little bit more thoughtful. Also, the guy who lived here before was a woodworker person, and he left a lot of stuff, equipment and stuff. So hopefully I'm gonna take the torch from him and do some woodworking myself. Matt doesn't want me to take the current owner's woodworking torch.
You're like more of a baton for torching.
Yeah, I almost burned the house down today, so this is a sensitive subject. We had to evacuate.
You act like there's a long distance to evacuating. You just walked 10 feet and walked out the door.
But the thing said, warning, warning, carbon monoxide. We had to leave in an emergency.
We had to leave quickly.
Yes. Let's go outside where is.
What?
I don't know, I think I had carbon monoxide poisoning just now. Did you get your sock? Let's go. Let's show the people the backyard. Okay, we are in the backyard of the house. They're 360 degrees of views, mountains, snow-capped mountains right now, rolling hills, tons of Joshua trees. There aren't a ton of houses out here, so when you're in the backyard of this house, you feel so private, like you're the only ones out here. We are going to try our best to build a couple of activation areas out here to make it feel really luxurious and special. We're gonna be building right here a hot tub and cowboy pool into a deck so you can overlook the sunset while you hang out in the hot tub. Right now there's a fire pit here, which is really cute, but I think we're gonna end up moving our fire pit situation to this little dirt area that's kind of fenced in, so you can go have cocktails or hang out with your friends around the fire pit. I'm actually thinking about using inspiration from my friend Shelby Church's place in Palm Springs. They have this beautiful cement fire pit that I think I want to do something similar out here. It's really like nowhere else I think I've ever been, and at night it's so dark out here. You can see all the stars. You feel like you're in like the planetarium or something. Do you guys remember field trips to the planetarium? Those are like the best days because you didn't do any work all day. And you're like, yes, I get to eat a boxed lunch and look at the stars all day and not have to listen to my teacher, wah, wah, wah.
Is your Charlie Brown's teacher?
That's what all my teachers sounded like that in my head. This is our patio area, and right now it's actually really large, but we want to build a huge overhang on top of it so that we can kind of create this indoor-outdoor dining experience. You can actually come out here when it is really hot out and not burned to a crisp because it is the desert and it does get really hot. So we want to try, hopefully there's budget. We haven't gotten our quote back from our contractor yet, so I'm saying all of this like we're gonna do everything, but we have this really beautiful Joshua tree right here, which is very artistic and artisanal. There is this little plot of land that we own that's right at the bottom, and we're thinking about building some sort of game section center with maybe some cornhole, maybe some horseshoes. I'm thinking about adding some arches or something cool for Instagram if you want to come take photos out here. Because Joshua trees are considered endangered plants or trees, you can't build within a certain distance of them. So this land is so full of Joshua trees that I don't think anybody will really ever build here. So we're just gonna have views and views for many years to come. It's so private up here. It's also so quiet. It's like being in your own slice of heaven.